Hi there, I'm Peter Klein, Chairman of Greens here at Cranbourne Golf Club. Today we're actually sitting here in Barry's office, Barry Proctor, our course manager, and we're just going to go through a little bit of what we've achieved in the last 12 months and then what our projects are now for the next 6 months where we're trying to head. So Barry, if you want to just firstly just go through some of the list of the great items that we've actually finished and completed and had underway.
I'll just go through some of the key items we've done this financial year. Just start with tees. We stripped, resurfaced and levelled the first tee in Santa Ana couch grass. We rebuilt and constructed a new second tee and turfed that Santa Ana couch as well. We also stripped 3/4 of the 13th tee, and that's all been resurfaced, so we'll finish that this coming year. With the rough, you probably all noticed during the year we cut back a lot of long rough just to help with play, speed up the play out there on the course. With the bunkers, we've completed now 80% of bunker drainage on the golf course. We'll finish that other 20% this coming year, financial year. During the bunker drainage process, we installed about 1.7 k's of bunker drainage, imported roughly 300 tonnes of new sand, and probably dug out by hand. 70 tonnes of sand was dug out by hand. It all seems to be working really well. With pathways, we constructed a new pathway from the first green to the second tee. We've also reduced the path leading down to the 13th fairway. We probably took that back about 30 metres and turfed that out. We also cleared all the vegetation for the new path that was constructed from the 13th to the 14th tee. Further drainage projects was the second hole, where we installed 1.25 k's of drainage and turfed out all the drainage trenches with washed Santa Ana couch.
I must say, we've had a bit of rain obviously these last few weeks, and it's been thankfully a real pleasant sight to see how well the second fairway is actually handling it all.
Yeah.
I think Barry's been watching and seeing the water flow coming through there, and it's so far seems to be working fantastically.
Yeah, we received 100 mil of rain in 4 days, and as soon as the rain stopped, there was a tiny bit of surface water there, but a couple of puddles, but that was drained within a couple of hours. So it's working extremely well. Vegetation, we've planted roughly 780 trees this financial year. Majority of them have been tube stock, but we have had about 200 trees from Lenny Lobb that he's propagated from the course. We've also planted 780 grasses around the course, so the mounds at the back of the 4th green, around the clubhouse area, around the 8th bridge, those areas out there you'll notice. We also planted 500 heath plants, more native plants, in front of the 18th carry and the 9th carry. We'll continue that work this year.
So all up, that's given us a total of about 2,030 plants that have been planted on the course in this last 12-month period, which is, I think, going to be fantastic. Give it about 3 to 5 years, we'll see some real positive improvements of the vegetation on parts of the course then.
Yeah, and that's one of the positive things we can take out of the rainfall we've had. The majority of those trees have survived.
Okay, so that's great. That's what we've got done this last 12 months. So now, I guess as membership, we're interested now to know what we've got planned for the next 6 months. Now, obviously, there's a lot less maintenance on the course itself with cutting fairways and tees and greens with slow down in growth. So it gives us an opportunity to do a few more items on the course. So some of those, which I think we want to discuss, which you'll enjoy seeing, will be.
Yeah, to start off with tree work. There's a lot of tree work to be done on the course, lifting up a lot of low-lying limbs and cleaning out for the 3Ds, which is dead, damaged and diseased wood. So that'll probably take the staff about 2 months, depending on the weather, to get around the entire course. Pathways this year, we're going to construct 2 new pathways. One on the 4th hole, so we'll extend the path on the 3rd hole, running up the left-hand side, and continue that on to the start of the 4th fairway. Also, the 11th hole, we'll construct a path there from the ladies' tee on 11 and snake that down towards the start of the 11th fairway. Bunkers, as I said, we've completed about 80% of the bunkers on course. We'll finish the 20% off this financial year. I've already made a start on that. The 8th hole has been completed. Blackberry spraying, there's just the weather out there has been conducive to blackberries, so we'll have to get out there. It'll probably take us 3 months to eradicate the blackberries, hopefully eradicate them from the property. The same goes with boundary fences. Since we removed all the pine trees, we now have to maintain clear boundary around those fairway perimeters, or fence line perimeters. But that'll probably take the same 2 to 3 months to complete that.
Great, so I think it's very exciting. I think a lot of the members will be very happy to see a couple of new pathways done. You know, obviously the bumpy ones when you're pushing your cart in front of you of 4 and 11. I think they will be very welcome, very enjoyable for most members then to appreciate as we walk around the course then. So that's basically now our plan for the next 6 months, and you know, you'll start to see these things happening, obviously weather dependent, but some nice positive improvements still to come now. Thanks.